Los Angeles. Don't mistake that. It's just a subcategory to help divide things for users that are going on Craigslist. So that's that. Everyone kind of clear with all that stuff? Okay. Okay, so I'm always posting in Long Beach. Now this is how you're going to basically be posting a very, very plain text ad. Do you want a worksheet? Yes. There you go. Okay, price. You don't have to put a price. I like to put a price. It's just personal preference. I'm just going to put 300,000 for now. The number of bedrooms, I never put it there. I always put it in the box next to it for the posting title. Okay, this is the most important part of your ad, really. Okay, before anyone sees any of your pictures, before any of your descriptions, before anything, this is what they see. Okay, just like right here. They don't see anything else but this. So you need to have a very, very catchy phrase to begin with. So I mean, it's simple, really. I use pretty much the same ones for everything. Beautiful 3-bed, 2-bath with pool. Get a showing today. Easy financing. Okay. Now the reply to, I have multiple accounts with Craigslist, so it depends on how you want to run it. I run everything to hide my email address. I don't want them responding to any of those email addresses in there. I put all my contact information in there basically, and since I use all image ads, everything that they click on my ad will go back to my website, so I don't have to worry about it. If you're going to be posting a simple ad like this, though, you might want to leave it as show, or maybe even anonymized. That way you don't get hit with spam people that just go on there and pick up a bunch of emails. So you can play with it and see how you want to work it. The posting description, a lot of you know, you can just put in, beautiful 3-bed, 2-bath for 300,000 with pool, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay, and you're only limited to just 4 images. So let's just see if I can throw 4 in here real fast. And you can put the street address in there if you like. My recommendation is you don't put that street address in there. You're putting all these ads on here to want to generate a lead. If you have the property address of your listing, what can they do? They can drive right by it and say, no, I don't like it. Okay, so you're not really selling these listings. You're just trying to pull the buyer contact off of it. Okay, so never put it on there unless you are certain they're going to love that house. Don't put it on there. What I do is I work for Keller Williams, so I just put KW and I assign a number to it, and I have my sheet of all the numbers of the property. So when they call, I know what they're doing. And Rich, I believe, is doing the same thing with his. He assigns just a random number to it, so that when they call you, you can look on your list and say, okay, it's available, it's unavailable, however you want to run your scripts on that. Okay, so this is basically what I call a basic ad in Craigslist that a lot of people do that they probably shouldn't be doing. It's it's almost kind of really a waste of time, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, very, very plain and basic. You can see the 4 photos, a little bit of text. I mean, you could have wrote a paragraph. But also, how many of you want to read an entire paragraph on the internet? None of us. Okay, we want to see visual. We're all visual now. The average user, or the average reader on the internet is about 10 seconds. That's all you have. So if it's more than a paragraph, or even a paragraph, they're not going to want to read it. So that's why I put everything in images. Okay, every text that you're going to write, you're going to have it in bullet points, quick and to the point. Okay, so I have my nice headlines, and I'll show you my ads right now. That's it for the regular ad. Is there any questions about the regular ad before I get into the complex stuff? The reason why we're all here. Okay. I said in the beginning of the class, we need to have a photo bucket account or something similar like it. I use GoDaddy just because it's secure. Okay, so you're going to be making your ads. You're going to be using, Photoshop, Publisher. You can even use Microsoft Works, word processor, Paint, Max version of Paint. There's all these different programs, right, to make our flyers. Okay, we need to export them as a picture file. Okay, most of us know how to do that. If you make your documents in Word, okay, you have to take a screenshot of it, put it in Paint, and then save it as a picture. Okay, so it'll convert it basically to a picture from a screenshot if we don't have any programs to do it. Once we're done making all of our ads, okay, for people that use GoDaddy, or anyone, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to want to go into your account. Okay, and I have a ton of it here already, but for this, let's make a new one. Do create gallery, the same thing with PhotoBucket or anything like that. You're going to want to make separate folders or albums for each of your listings that you're doing. Okay, so if you make any changes or anything, you know where to go to make those changes. You know where to upload them, and you know where they're at when you're doing everything. Okay, so you're done making your ad, and I'm going to call this just test. Okay, on GoDaddy, you're going to leave it setting everything's public. If you use PhotoBucket, Image Shack, those types of websites, everything's already public anyways, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, when you're making your ads, one suggestion I have, and I tell this to everyone, is make sure you know where your folder's at where you're making all of these images. Okay, so when you save everything, it's real easy to go and find them to upload them. You don't want to be looking around in 30 files trying to find it. Okay. You'll select all of your files. You'll put upload. Same thing with PhotoBucket and Image Shack. It's all the same structure basically. Okay. Now on PhotoBucket, it'll automatically take you to where your images are at, and they'll show you the code. On GoDaddy, you got to take a little bit of extra step and click your images to get to that point. Okay, but what we're after is we're after the HTML code that it's going to give us. Okay. The HTML code is going to look like this. It's going to say HTML to embedded website. On PhotoBucket, it'll just say HTML. Okay, you're going to copy that. And come back to Craigslist. Housing offering. I'm going to put it in for sale by owner by broker. I want to own Long Beach. Okay. And you can post it right into the description or where it's at. Okay. Now I have a few different photos that I have for my flyer that make it all in one, so I'll put all of them in here. Okay, and it's just 250. Beautiful. Cool. Also another thing to keep note when you're making your headlines, I like to use capitals in the very beginning of the words. Only use it on like big words. Don't use it on every single word, and don't make the entire thing all caps. It promotes that you're yelling. I know a lot of us already know that, but try to stay away from that. Okay, we're not going to add edit images because we've already uploaded our images into GoDaddy or PhotoBucket or wherever they're at. Okay, so we're just going to go to continue. Okay, and there's our ad now. Much